Welcome back to Take the L podcast. This is Zeek and the Wise Amigro. Wise Amigro, say something.
There's three things certain in life: death, taxes, and 85 will always be open.
And there's another thing that's certain in life as well. Phillip Rivers sucks, man.
Could have been 5 picks last night.
Dude. Like, I can't even explain, like, the type of, it was very Darnold-ish. Like, he was very Winston-esque. The way he was throwing these interceptions on the Thursday night game.
It didn't even look like he was trying to get it to his receivers. It looked like he was just throwing the football and then whatever happens kind of thing.
Dude, the thing that kind of struck me too is people were talking about he's degrading. And I don't really see his arm being any worse than it has been. I'm looking at this guy not see defenders. That's the problem I'm seeing. That's not degradation. Like, that should be something that he should be better at now.
And it almost seems like he doesn't have a feel for the pocket either.
Yeah.
Like last night I was watching, I'm like, almost every quarterback can feel pressure. Like, you can feel like, oh, no, I've been in this pocket too long, or somebody's close.
Yeah.
He was just like, huh?
Yeah, it seemed like he was doing that a lot when he got pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember him getting hit from the back hardly at all.
He didn't get hit from the back. He got hit from his, which is weird because he's a right-handed quarterback. He got hit from the front once.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? You can see this man coming at you.
Guy. And then the one time he tried to avoid getting hit from the front, he just threw it up.
Yeah.
And what was it? Harris was just everywhere for that dude.
Yeah.
Like, Harris knew like Rivers' every move. I'm guessing Rivers must have been just staring down his guy or something. Cause
it had to have been it. But why? How long have you been in the league now?
Yeah.
Look somebody off.
Yeah, it's weird because the mistakes that he made in that game, and if it isn't clear, we're talking about the Raiders versus the Chargers Thursday night game. Yeah. It just happened yesterday. The mistakes he made in that game seem like the things that rookies would have issues with.
Rookies, second-year guys, you'd be like, okay, there's going to be growing pains. I understand it. You got to learn shit a little bit. Yeah. But he's just out here saying whatever.
Yeah, you'll see guys like veterans. They'll throw some picks in a game, but it's like, oh, it's a tip pass.
Yeah.
Receiver dropped the ball, and the defender called it.
It's not
like
usually
that.
The quarterback's fault like
maybe
that.
Maybe you throw one stupid play.
Where you're trying to make something happen.
At the end of the game, maybe one of those. But that's what Rivers did 5 times.
Yeah.
And 2 of them got called back.
Yeah.
So he only finished the game with 3 picks, but he threw 5 picks, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then one of the picks he threw was in the end zone. So it made if that pick would have stood, the game would have even been as close as it ended up being.
So it ended up looking a lot better than it should have. So the Chargers are actually a lot worse than we've seen, which is I don't even know. I didn't think that Derwin James, like, because they got some pieces missing out of their defense.
Yeah,
I didn't think it would be that impactful, and it's not their offense. I mean, Melvin Gordon looks good at least.
Yeah, finally,
but. Yeah, it took him a while to get running, but
makes sense though.
The defense looks like a joke.
Yeah,
and the offense, the pass game looks like a joke, which is weird because I feel like their receiving core is decent. They got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They got that Hunter Henry guy. They got 3.
He's finally healthy and he's an animal. I think he has more yards and more catches for any tight end since he's been back.
Phillip Rivers, he's a problem right now. Time to go find somebody else. He's on a serious downtrend. If this is gonna be the rest of the season for him, they need to find somebody else.
And who was on the uptrend is the Raiders, man. Like the Raiders, for a team that doesn't have anybody outside of the rookie running back, there's nobody on that team. You're like, you know what? I would trade my guy for that
definitely
guy.
not. And besides maybe the tight end, Waller looks like he's really fucking talented.
Yeah, he's young.
But I couldn't name you 5 fucking Raiders players, and they're sitting here just behind the Chiefs.
Doing their thing.
And I don't even trust John Gruden. He's out here. I guess he's got them sold on something.
See, I trust John Gruden now, man. Like I had my doubts when he came back from TV because I kept buying this out of media hype of, he's been out too long and the game's changed too much and he's going to come back with this smash mouth version of football doesn't exist anymore. But I mean, he came up with the smash mouth version of football that exists and is alive and well.
Yeah, he's doing something. It's working so far.
Killing it, man. So you think they'll be able to catch the Chiefs? They're 1 game back.
They're 1 game back, and this is. I mean, usually you don't think that the Chiefs can be caught by anybody. Like, I mean, in the past 2 years, you're like, the Chiefs ain't losing the lead to nobody. I'm looking at the schedule, and the Raiders have the Bengals, the Jets. They have to play the Chiefs. Then the Titans, the Jags, the Chargers again, and the Broncos. So I mean,
who was after the Chiefs?
After the Chiefs, they have the Titans, Jags.
Oh, so all those games. Seem like they basically have the Browns schedule.
Yes, they have a very winnable schedule. Besides playing the Chiefs, you've got a winnable schedule. And then you got the Chiefs, who have to play the Titans, the Chargers, the Raiders. Then they got to play the Patriots, the Broncos, the Bears, and the Chargers. So
they got 2 games that could be very tough, maybe 3.
It's looking like they could end up with the exact same record. And what it's going to come down is who won the head-to-head matchup. So I'm not sure that the Raiders are going to do it. I'm very hard-pressed to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in general, but I mean, it could be very close. It could come down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking like it's going to be that. I mean, who other than like maybe John Gruden's cousin believed in this dude right now? Like nobody's believing in him.
Nobody.
They saw. I think what really killed his the confidence, like for the national media and the people in America.
Yeah,
is the 2 trades he made last year.
Yeah,
when he got rid of Khalil Mack, people were like, "Oh, fuck this guy,"
and then they got rid of
Amari, and they were like, when he got rid of Amari, people were kind of like, because Amari had like a real bad case of the drops. But when he went over to the Cowboys
and started balling out,
people were like, bruh.
Not only did you get rid of probably the best generational fucking defensive player we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
You got rid of Amari Cooper, who's balling the fuck out. Killing. What are you doing?
And then when it looks like they're at their all-time low, they sign AB.
Oh.
Things start looking like maybe this is going to be okay.
Things are looking up.
AB won't go to camp. His helmet he don't want to wear a new helmet. He's all these antics. And people are like, man, John Gruden dropped the ball again.
Yep.
Cuts AB. AB goes to the Patriots. What are you doing, John Gruden?
Yep.
What are you doing, Mike Mayock?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't win. All right, cast them off. This is a 3-win season tops for them now. But
now they're doing it.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I'm looking forward to see how this turns out.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this is good, just fundamental football, man. I like it. I like it a lot. In other football news, not pro, but college. We're gonna start mentioning more college stuff on this podcast because we're getting ready. We're like the rankings are really happening right now. They already played.
They just came out with the playoff list.
Yeah, playoff list is out.
So. Top
25 is being solidified. You're going to start. You've already seen some of these undefeated teams. They're going against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, man, it's the LSU Alabama game coming up. Who you got on that one?
I'm thinking honestly. I think we can settle this once and for all because on Twitter, all the Alabama pros and all the LSU pros are going at it hard.
Yeah, I've seen that. I seen Big Boy, no little boy on there talking
exactly.
shit.
We get Saban and we get Ogeron and we give them brass knuckles and baseball bats and we let them go at it and we just see what happens. The winner is the winner.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to say Bama.
Bama,
they're number 2, but I'm gonna have to say Bama.
So that number 2 don't mean shit till they play each other.
I can't. It's just so hard for me to bet against Bama for like the past 5 years, 5-6 years. This is like saying if you would have told somebody in 2006 that USC was going to lose to somebody.
Right.
I'm just that's a hard sell for me.
All right. So I'm watching some of these coaches, man. They're creeping up on them. You seen Debo do it in the past couple of years, creep up on them out of nowhere. And right now I'm thinking LSU is going to creep up on them, man. They got, for the first time Jesus Christ, when was the last time you won an LSU quarterback on a pro team? I guess it was Jamarcus. Was the last time you wanted one. And that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's looking like they have another pro quarterback.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll say about Bama, they don't do well against pro quarterbacks. One thing about the SEC is not many first round going to start in the NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's not an SEC thing.
Yeah. It's not even an Alabama thing, really.
No.
So and now they're about to face somebody who may be that, and this may be this guy's opportunity to cement that for himself.
And I think it's not even certain that Tua is going to play.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a Bill Belichick-esque
he's gonna
fucking injury report.
It'll be such a letdown if he doesn't.
But
yeah, that kid in LSU, what's his name?
Burrow, yeah.
If Burrow goes out there, he could legit cement his draft status right now.
Yeah.
He needs 2 games, and it's going to be this game here against Alabama because all the teams will be like, look, this is a pro defense, and he threw for 300 yards on it. Yeah, if that happens.
Yeah,
and then the next time is in the playoffs. He's gonna have a couple games in the playoffs where teams are gonna be looking at him like, yo, he doesn't fall down from pressure. So this is this kid's time. So I'm going to pick LSU.
Okay.
Pick the is that an upset? Who's favored?
I would assume LSU is favored because they're the number 1 team.
Okay, so yeah, I'm picking LSU, man.
All right, roll Tide, I guess.
LSU. Other college news, man, and this is probably my favorite story. It probably won't happen, but this PrimeTime, this Deion Sanders, my favorite athlete of all times.
Deion of Florida State,
possibly maybe the head coach of Florida State.
Popped up on a blip. Something happened, and they were like, maybe Deion. It might be a publicity stunt.
It could. I'm sure it is.
I think Deion's coached high school football,
and he's gotten a lot of athletes to the NFL.
Yeah,
trained them at least. Like,
yeah,
I want to say he's worked with Amari Cooper and a whole bunch of other DBs,
which is what you would assume would be more footwork, speed, type of how to beat a defender or how to play defender. I don't know how he works out as a head coach though.
He's I want to say he's an offensive coordinator or either a head coach for his son's high school team.
Yeah, his son's high school team. Yeah. I'm not sure where
that doesn't translate to being a pro big time or college big time coach.
FSU needs help, so you can't just bring in a scrub and think because the guy that they just had was supposed to be the guy.
Yeah,
and the boosters were like, "Get him the fuck out of here."
This is the thing about all right. So this is how I think this should work out. If they actually give Deion a shot, you bring in Deion.
Okay.
I don't know what his football acumen, play calling, all that stuff like that is. One thing I do know he can do, and the thing that's super important in college football is that motherfucker can recruit. Yeah. If Deion Sanders walks in my living room and I'm a defensive back, I'm a receiver, I'm somebody who watched Deion, and every time I score a touchdown in high school, I high step into the end zone because of this dude that played 10, 20 years ago. You're like that dude doesn't have to give you a hard sales pitch.
No, and as long as
the thing is, he's good at it though. I've heard him talk.
And as long as you put a good offensive coordinator, good defensive coordinator around it, you really don't have to do much.
Go get him some guys who, and this is my favorite way to like build like a college program. Mm-hmm. Go get the guys who lose their jobs this year.
Yeah.
So go find, try to think of like a team that's going to lose their jobs that has like solid coaching. But maybe you go find like a Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
Who can build an offense and let him be offensive coordinator. Go find you somebody on defense that maybe wants a head coaching job in the pros but can only get a coordinator job. Like, yo, come over here,
Yeah, maybe you go find out, see what Marvin Lewis is doing right now.
Yeah, do something like that.
Yeah.
Get that coaching staff great and then just let Deion just go out there and be Deion. And then can you imagine the shit talk that Deion, like if his school beats the any of the other Florida schools, because FIU, FAU, like some of the other Florida schools are good now. If he goes out there and beats those teams and beats them 40-13, can you imagine the type of primetime talk we're gonna hear?
Yeah, we'll hear some good shit. Bro. It'd be great, but FSU sucks, so it would be. It's gonna be quiet for a while before any noise gets started to talk.
I feel like he could just bring in 5-star recruits, bro.
I mean, I feel like he could, but I mean, you're still in the ACC. And it's still hard to get the big dogs away from the SEC.
That's true. That is true. But, I mean, Florida is a talent pool like none other right now, man.
He could get a lot of local talent.
It's Florida, Texas, and California, and he's in Florida. So he has a historic brand. So, I don't know, man. I'm pulling for that one. I'm interested
to see how it works out.
I'm definitely pulling for that one. I want to see that. Nah. Before we get to the picks, man, that's how we're going to end our show with the picks. But before we get to the picks, man, I just want to bring up something.
What's that?
I guess you can call it my hot take of the week.
What's your hot take?
But I've been watching Lamar play, man.
Okay.
And I've been the first one to say, man, I did not believe in Lamar coming out of college. I wasn't sure this was going to work out. I was thinking maybe RG3 at best. He catch some guys off guard his rookie year, but then starts getting exposed the second year.
Unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. I understand it's your team. So you believed in him no matter what.
I was ready for it.
Yeah, he could have had one leg. You'd be like, Lamar's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
I don't know if he's going to be the GOAT. I don't know if he's going to be a top 10 quarterback for the next 10 years. But I do know one thing.
What's that?
He's already better than Micheal Vick. And
this doesn't surprise me one bit.
I keep seeing all these comparisons for people I think that misremember Micheal Vick. And they're like, oh, Micheal Vick was a great quarterback. Micheal Vick was like an explosive quarterback. He was like an icon. Mm-hmm. But there was never a time where you felt Micheal Vick was the best quarterback.
No.
Lamar is looking like he may be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. That's something that you can only say about Micheal Vick for 1 year when he played with Andy Reid, 10 years into his career.
And it wasn't even that great of a season.
compared to like a Peyton Manning throwing 50 touchdowns. Yeah, it wasn't that great of a season. And so I'm looking at Lamar.